Alien message 2. Purpose of coming to Earth. Goja. So, from our previous conversation, I understand that 2008 was when you arrived here. Although I know you've been here before. Swaruu. We've been here before, in smaller numbers. We have been here for thousands of years. But we joined the military in 1952, and then in 2008 we stationed ourselves here on a larger scale, and we have been here ever since. Gosha, you returned in 2008 with a greater force. Why? What exactly happened? Swaruu. The Cabal was preparing for a calling, a mass culling. This had to do with late 2012. We stopped that. The Agenda 21, to be precise. It was supposed to kick in high gear in 2012. It has now slowed down, but unfortunately it hasn't stopped yet. Gosha. Is this related to the New World Order agenda? Depopulation and so on? Swaruu. Yes, it's part of the NWO New World Order. Gozia. Okay, wow, you came back for that. Now what do you mean by the end of the world? I understand 2012. All of that just meant the ascension process. Swaruu. Indeed, it's an ascension process, as you say. The problem is that the Cabal used the events of 9/11 in 2001 as the beginning or warming up of a negative agenda. Gozia. Wow, that's explosive information. At least for me. I didn't really realize that. Swaruu. Fixing the problems on Earth isn't something we can do from the outside. It must be done from the inside. So what we do is point things out to people so they in turn see more, investigate themselves, until awareness reaches a critical mass, and then things will start to swing in a positive direction. You don't have to awaken the masses, don't worry. All you need is to awaken a critical core group of people. The rest will follow. They will follow because they aren't even real people, but rather projections in the minds of the few real people on Earth. We are now engaged in a massive contact campaign to provide information that will resonate with some. It may not resonate with most, but it doesn't need to. We just need to activate a few key people. Then the chain reaction will happen. Gozia. But after resonating with them, is that the purpose of our contact? Just to make it resonate. Is resonating enough? Swaruu. When it resonates, it is achieved. It makes those key people aware of who they are. They will align with their true selves and will begin to manifest a different reality for themselves and, by extension, for the rest of humanity or the world. As they manifest, they change the world. Those key people are manifesting all the reality you see. I mean, if you have 7.5 million key people who are all aware of what's going on, then they will manifest a new reality for everyone, because the remaining population on Earth is more just a matrix population. They are the product of what the aforementioned key people manifest. We, or anyone else, cannot come into Earth, take out all the negatives, clean up the place, establish a new holographic society, all that, because it won't last. It won't last long, because it has been done before, and it turned out badly. People tend to turn us into gods, and we are not. We are messengers, and that's what the word angel means. They've been blaming the angel thing on us for hundreds, if not thousands of years, time and time again. That's because people on Earth are raised that way. To go find a parent, to take care of them, in a way that can be used to describe us and humans. We are a self-responsible people, and therefore we are adults. Humans, on the other hand, don't know how to be self-responsible. People on Earth must be told what to think, what's right and what's wrong, who to listen to. First father and mother, then teachers at school, then bosses at work, priests and politicians. They have always been guided and don't know how to make their own decisions. They have a hive mind, at least most of them. So they must learn how to grow up, to be self-responsible. We don't need credit, we know who and what we are. Humans must do this work. But back to why we are here now. We are here to help Earth be free from a hostile alien takeover, mostly reptilian in origin. We are also here to help and study Earth's ascension from a scientific point of view. Many of us are also here for personal reasons. In addition to, but related to this, we are here to place star seeds on the ground to help humanity awaken from within, and those who want to go in, once they have done their task, will be monitored, found, and brought back home. Gosha, I understand. Can't it be done from your planet? Swaruu. It can, and it is. But it is much faster and more comfortable to do it from a ship in orbit. The main problem with doing it from a planet is because there is a significant 4.5 to 1 time slippage rate. That is, for every day on our planet, 108 hours have passed on Earth. 4 days and 12 hours on our planet for every Earth day. Gosha, is your time ratio the same now that you are in orbit? Swaruu. No. From now on, Time is only 5 minutes slower per day. If I had a watch and I synced it with yours, tomorrow mine would be 5 minutes slower than yours. The day after tomorrow, it would be 10 minutes slower, and so on. Gosha, but you are still fifth density in orbit. So shouldn't it be the same as on your planet? Swaruu, no. Time is relative to each person. It's not a universal constant, as Einstein wrongly claimed. Time on a planet is the average of the perceptions of all its internal population. Gosha, so it has nothing to do with density? Swaruu, no, just because density is related to consciousness. Time is a product or perception of each individual's consciousness. It doesn't exist on its own. Gosha, okay, you said time is merely a perception in the consciousness of the people inhabiting a given world/density. Is that why time is so similar for you in orbit and here? Because you are closer to 3D, does our consciousness affect you? Swaruu, correct, also because we are synchronizing with you and Earth events, so our collective perception of time in orbit is similar. Gosia, okay, back to why you are here. Are there any other reasons you are here? You said it's to help us ascend, but is our ascension important to you? Or are you helping us purely out of altruism? I know you are here to help. The question is why. The deeper you ask, the deeper it gets. Is there a reason why our 5D existence is necessary? Swaruu, the real population on Earth is made up of starseeds, and even if they have had several thousands of incarnations on Earth, they are still starseeds because they do not originate from Earth, they come from the source. So, essentially, the real people on Earth are all of us, our family members. If others are oppressed, we cannot truly be free. Many of us are also there and also here at the same time. We have to sort out all the timelines and variables. Yes, you are needed in 5D because 5D is home beyond non-physical existence. Gosia, you said, if others are oppressed, you cannot truly be free. Don't you feel like a free race? With us being oppressed? Swaruu, the answer is complex. My people say they feel they carry a lot of karma. For example, things like nuclear war on Mars. So they feel this cleans up their karma? The problem is that the concept of karma is wrong. You don't have to carry bad karma, you only do it because you choose to. You free karma when you understand why the events of your past happened. You overcome karma when you accumulate and process enough wisdom to let everything go. From this point of view, we are here simply for altruistic reasons. Gosha, we definitely need to talk about the concept of karma in the future. Swaruu, no problem. I'll wait. Gosha, are you here voluntarily? Swaruu, yes, it's completely voluntary. Mostly young, idealistic Taigetans come here. Older ones prefer other things. Gosia, back to the feeling of not being free, because it's still on my mind. You said, if others are oppressed, we cannot truly be free. Does this mean you have compassion for humanity? Or are you just helping yourselves to be free? Or is it all connected? Swaruu, it's connected. The concept of us all being one is very clear here. We are a very compassionate race, and we put ourselves in others' shoes as if they were our own. So we do this because we can do something about the problem. If we do nothing, it makes us as guilty as those who perpetuate the problem. Because we do have the solution. Gosha, I guess you can offer solutions within legal boundaries. Swaruu, yes, correct. The problem is that many people may not understand the solution because it is very metaphysical. In short, you change the perception of the real people who manifest the matrix from within, thereby changing/solving the problem. The problem on Earth is the externalization/reflection/mirror of the fragmented and traumatized selves of real people, manifested in the matrix. That's the problem. Gosia, that's deep, and I like it. The real people here are those who manifest and maintain the matrix. Mind control does this. The matrix is imposed by negative people, and changing our perceptive awareness is reprogramming the matrix from within. I think I understand. Okay. Swaruu, yes, that's why we are the same race, for lack of a better term. But there are also many others in a widespread movement making mass contact with people around the world. This is unprecedented on such a huge scale. However, there are relatively few of us doing it. And this contact is not done using the same means or methods. These methods are adapted to each person's receptivity and preferences. Gosha, why such a large scale now? Swaruu, why now? Because only now do we understand the necessity of mass contact. This is the real war. It is a war for the minds and perceptions of the people on Earth. The problems on Earth will not be solved with blockades and plasma guns. It is by using the nature of the Matrix, its internal workings, to defeat itself. If we can contact enough people, awaken them, and help them see things differently, then they are the ones who solve the problem. From within, this does not violate any space laws. Gosha, I like it. I guess you've tried to solve these problems throughout our history too, right? Always adjusting strategies? Swaruu, we have. Always trying to exert influence from within. Like Joan of Arc. Most of the time alone, highly trained Tagetans putting themselves in harm's way for the greater good. Gosha, you said we need 51% of people to awaken for the timeline to move in a positive direction. What's our percentage now? Swaruu, not entirely clear yet. Around 49% to 50%. Other races calculate the support at not very high, 32%. Gosia, okay. Not bad though. So how did you just now come up with the idea of implementing a mass contact strategy? Swaruu, this is due to new data received. Data on how time and timelines actually work. As I said above, your true population is made up of starseeds. Metaphysically speaking, you are all of us on Earth. So by awakening you, we are directly influencing the timeline in a positive direction. Gosha, are other planets in a similar situation to ours? Are you helping them too? Swaruu, yes, there are exactly 9 other planets in a similar state, 10 in total, but none of them are in such a critical state, or as important as Earth. Gosia, why is Earth so important? Swaruu, because it is closer to us and also closer to a wide variety of species, and because it is filled with their star seeds, and we all must take care of our own. Also for strategic reasons, it is a negative stronghold. If the negative forces on Earth are defeated, the other troubled planets will also be liberated. The other planets are just nodes of the Earth conspiracy, such as Mars and Venus. Earth is the key planet. Gosha, are you saying the key to this quadrant? Because the universe is very big. Swaruu, yes, this quadrant and the problem of negative infiltration. Gosha, can you elaborate on the problem of negative infiltration? Swaruu, negative forces entering peaceful planets using lies and mind control to replace and dominate local inhabitants to serve their own purposes. Gosha, so this is their key planet too? Why are both sides so interested in Earth? Swaruu, yes. Think of it as the negative forces' headquarters. Also because on other positive timelines, Earth is also the headquarters of the Galactic Federation. It is both the negative forces' headquarters and the Galactic Federation's headquarters at the same time. Gosha, that's very interesting. You mean we are the Galactic Federation's headquarters on other timelines? So, by helping us here now, you are also preserving the Federation on other timelines? Swaruu, that's exactly what I wanted to say. It all converges here. Gosia, why are negative people interested in 3D planets? Or are you saying they made Earth 3D? Swaruu, we, the Galactic Federation, made it 3D. The negative forces just reinforced it, and 3D is more beneficial for them. We didn't want it to be such a difficult place. Gosha, you made it 3D. It's getting more and more interesting. I need to save this topic to delve deeper into later. Overall, it's great talking to you, although I'm still in awe of why you're giving us so much information. I feel honored and am still scratching my head. Swaruu, we do this because it's necessary. Think of this information as ammunition for real change on Earth. This isn't information, this is ordnance. It sounds like the Pleiadians believe that by helping to awaken